the National Senior Secondary Education Commission Amendment Bill 2026. The purpose of the bill is to strengthen the administration and governance of public senior secondary education in Nigeria. The Federal Executive Council approved the amendment of the bill at its sitting on Thursday, 30th April 2026.
Two major reform bills that could reshape Nigeria's criminal justice system and strengthen public senior secondary education have formally entered the Senate for legislative consideration. The executive bills, transmitted by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, seek to replace the Administration of Criminal Justice Act of 2015 and amend the National Secondary Education Commission Act as part of the federal government's ongoing institutional reform agenda. The Senate has begun consideration of two key executive bills sent by President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, marking the first legislative step toward proposed reforms in Nigeria's criminal justice system and public senior secondary school education. At Thursday's plenary, Senate President Godswill Akpabio read the president's letters conveying the proposed legislation to lawmakers. The first bill seeks to repeal the Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2015 and replace it with the new Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2026. According to the president, the proposed law is intended to modernize the administration of criminal justice within the Federal Capital Territory and other federal courts by addressing implementation gaps identified over the past decade.
The reasons for the repeal of the extant act and the re-enactment of the proposed act of 2026 is to address certain legal, procedural, and institutional challenges that have been identified as hampering the effective administration of criminal justice in Nigeria under the extant Act of 2015. The challenges include delays in criminal investigations and prosecution, inadequate deployment of technology in criminal proceedings, inefficient coordination among criminal justice institutions, ineffective case management mechanisms, and limitations in the monitoring and evaluation of compliance with the provisions of the Act. The bill, as reviewed by a team of law officers with extensive experience in criminal law, criminal procedure, and legislative drafting, have extensively addressed the above challenges. The bill also reflects developments in criminal justice administration, judicial pronouncements, technological innovations, and international best practices relating to criminal justice reform. It has strengthened the administration of Criminal Justice Monitoring Council and provides additional measures aimed at effective implementation of the Act by relevant institutions. There are other key reforms stated here.
The second executive bill proposes amendments to the National Secondary Education Commission Act. Akpabio told senators that the Federal Executive Council approved the amendment bill at its meeting of April 30th, 2026, after which the Federal Ministry of Justice reviewed and finalized the draft to ensure compliance with constitutional and legislative drafting standards. The proposed amendments are aimed at strengthening the administration, governance, and oversight of public senior secondary education nationwide, in line with the federal government's efforts to improve the quality of education.
The National Senior Secondary Education Commission Amendment Bill 2026. The purpose of the bill is to strengthen the administration and governance of public senior secondary education in Nigeria. The Federal Executive Council approved the amendment of the bill at its sitting on Thursday, 30th April 2026. The Federal Ministry of Justice subsequently vetted and finalize the bill in line with drafting standards and constitutional provisions. In consequence of the above, the desire of this administration to strengthening the educational institutions in the national interest, the National Secondary Education Commission Amendment Bill 2026 is forwarded to for legislative action.
Following the presentation, the Senate President referred both bills to the Senate Committee on Rules and Business for legislative processing. The committee is expected to return the National Secondary Education Commission bill within 1 week, while the proposed Administration of Criminal Justice Act 2026 is expected back before the Senate within 4 weeks for further legislative consideration. As both bills move into the committee stage, lawmakers will begin detailed scrutiny of proposals that could influence how criminal cases are administered in federal court and how public senior secondary education is governed across Nigeria.